Hello once again. Hope by now you all would have discovered and explored the digital resources that I shared with you and explained to you in my previous video. Today I will be telling you about some more interesting tasks which you can include in your sessions, show you a sample rubric for a project, share a micro lesson plan with you, and tell you something more about assessments, which are integral part of any teaching learning process. So some more interesting tasks which you can include in your sessions are, for example, when you are teaching about eating habits of animals, you can always include these two pictures and ask the students to spot the difference and prod them towards stating that herbivores eat plants and carnivores eat the flesh of other animals. Then you can have another task where you show a picture and let the students list the living and non-living things, and then you can extend this to by asking the students, do living things carry out things on their own, do they move on their own, or do non-living things move on their own. So you can extend the activity in any creative way you wish to. There is another interesting topic when you're taking up germination. You can give the pictures and ask them to just sequence them in the correct order in which the seeds will germinate. You can also show them a picture and ask them to give caption. Now here for the first picture, it can be animals move on their own or some animals run. So these two can be the two types of captions. For the second picture, it can be living things reproduce, which will be the best caption. Then the other interesting tasks which you can include is picture decoration. Just show them a picture and let them describe that picture in a single word. For example, you can show the picture of a stomata and the students have to come up with that exact scientific term, stomata. And describing a picture, of course, yes, that we have already covered. You can also play damsharads if you're live streaming. Debate can also be conducted. Complete the dialogue. You can send the comic strips beforehand to the students and let them fill in their responses and send them across to you. And you can then show them to rest of the class in the next session. These are some of the interesting tasks which you can take up. Then do-it-yourself projects also can very easily be done in these times. You can send the students all the requirements and how to go about with that project beforehand, and then ask them to record while they are doing it and send them to you, and then you can show it to rest of the class. This is a sample rubric for a project which you can do it so that because in this present scenario now, since the students are not in front of you, you will have to assess them by whatever videos and responses they are sending across to you. So this is just a sample rubric, and you can modify it in any way you wish to. Then here is one micro lesson plan. I will be sharing with you a micro lesson plan of the entire lesson. Now in this micro lesson plan, a single lesson has been divided into maybe 6 or 7 periods, and each period has been taken up separately, and the entire 45 minutes of that period, what all you can do has clearly been listed out here. So I'll be sharing this micro lesson plan also with you. Then assessment, which is an integral part, and any learning is not complete without any assessments. So here we have worksheets provided with each lesson in the teacher's manual. There are worksheets in the digital resources also. For example, if I open the dashboard, if you see, worksheets are given here. For each lesson you have a worksheet. So you can send these worksheets across to your students. They can fill in these worksheets after you have completed the lesson, and then can send their responses to you for you to assess. There's another feature I would like to emphasize. This is called test generator. Now, test generator has many questions given in this. So you can select the topic, whichever topic you want to select. For example, living and non-living things, if I select difficulty level, whether you want easy or you want medium, and then you click on go, and you will get a list of all the questions. It is like a question bank. Just a minute. So here, see, you get many questions here. So if this question is related to what you have already covered in the topic, and you know your students can answer, you can just click here add, and it will get added, which later you can preview. For example, if I add 3-4 questions at randomly, and then I preview my questionnaire. Here you will get all the questions which you have added, and then you can easily take a printout of it, or save it online, send it across to your students for them to assess. So in this way you can take your assessments also in these difficult times. So I think I have covered everything now. And so all the best to you. Happy teaching.